啲男人都入晒局啦喎。
The film begins with the young monk Shifeng and his master Baiyun escorting a golden Buddha statue to Mount Wutai. The journey is long and arduous. After passing through a desert storm, they arrive at the outskirts of Gubei County. The master and disciple see a simple courtyard and decide to rest for a while before continuing their journey. Just as they sit down, it starts pouring rain. At this moment, Yan Qixia is chasing a group of local bandits. Yan Qixia showed no mercy, swiftly taking the lives of many. Bai Yun, filled with compassion, felt deep regret seeing such slaughter. He then asked his disciple Shifeng to handle their burial, ensuring they could rest in peace. After dealing with the bandits, Yan Qixia sat in the courtyard with the monk to shelter from the rain. However, due to drinking, he accidentally set the already dilapidated courtyard on fire. With no place to stay, Bai Yun and his disciple arrived at the market in Gubei County. Exhausted from their journey, the two found an inn to stay at. Coincidentally, Yan Qixia was also there, discussing a murder deal. To prove his strength, he swung his sword in the air, accidentally cutting open the bamboo basket behind Shifeng. A golden Buddha statue appeared, shocking everyone. Seeing this, Bai Yun quickly covered it with a cloth and hurriedly left with Shifeng. In the evening, they arrived at an ancient temple called Lanrua Temple. This place had been abandoned for a long time. The master and his disciple planned to stay here for the night. A group of thugs appeared behind them. They had followed the monk from the inn, clearly coveting the golden Buddha. However, upon seeing the two enter Lanrua Temple, the group hesitated, knowing the notorious ferocity of the evil spirits within. The master and his disciple entered the ancient temple, tidied up the surroundings briefly, and sat down to rest. Suddenly, the thugs outside heard a woman singing. Following the sound, they arrived at a nearby house and saw two stunningly beautiful women singing inside. Unable to resist the temptation, they rushed forward to flirt with them. Little did they know it was a trap set by ghosts. In the next moment, they all met their demise. Master Baiyun sensed a demonic presence in the ancient temple. He immediately rushed out and began searching for the demon in the forest. The tree demoness, knowing Baiyun's high level of skill, decided to handle him herself and instructed Xiao Zhua to lure the young monk. Shifeng was hiding inside, wiping the wet golden Buddha. Suddenly, he heard a commotion outside and a woman shouting for help. He decided to go downstairs to check, but he suddenly slipped. Shifeng fell down the stairs, and the golden Buddha slipped from his hand and disappeared. The woman outside was still shouting for help. Shifeng thought saving her was more important, so he went to open the door first. Xiao Zhu pretended to be flustered and ran into the house seeking help from Shifeng. She continuously tried to seduce the young monk, using various methods to get close to him, holding onto him tightly. Fortunately, Shifeng's heart was with Buddha, and he remained unmoved. Under Xiao Zhu's persistent entanglement, Shifeng began to recite Buddhist scriptures. The female demon immediately felt a splitting headache and dared not approach. Shifeng finally realized that the person in front of him was a demon. Seeing her identity exposed, Xiao Zhu no longer hid and used forceful means to control the monk. Shifeng calmly recited a Buddhist scripture, causing the female demon's powers to immediately fail and inflicting great harm on her. Seeing this, Shifeng stopped chanting, opened the door, and let her leave. This action surprised Xiao Zhua, who stepped forward to ask why. Shifeng said, "I'm giving you a chance to reform. Leave quickly, or you won't be able to escape when my master arrives." Xiao Zhua found him very interesting and stole his clothes before running away. However, she accidentally bumped into Bai Yun's staff. Xiao Zhua screamed in pain as if struck by lightning. Seeing this, Shifeng immediately rushed forward to save her again and urged her to leave quick. Just as Xiao Zhua left, Bai Yun returned. Seeing Shifeng shirtless, he asked what had happened. Shifeng hid the truth about Xiao Zhua from his master. Bai Yun then inquired if the golden Buddha was still intact. Shifeng, afraid to tell the truth, lied to his master once more. The two then entered the ancient temple to rest. The next day, Bai Yun planned to continue his journey to Mount Wutai. However, without finding Shifeng, how could Jinfo dare to leave? He immediately told his master, "The demons here are not yet vanquished. They will surely bring harm to the world. How can we leave under such circumstances?" Bai Yun agreed, and decided to stay for a while. Then, Shifeng pretended to be ill and asked his master to go beg for alms. He hurriedly ran into the house to look for the golden Buddha. While Bai Yun was begging for alms in the town, he encountered Yan Qixia again. Yan was demanding a debt, and quickly got into a fight. Seeing Yan's brutality over money, Bai Yun used magic to play a trick on him. Shifeng searched for the golden Buddha in the ancient temple all day, but found nothing by nightfall. He sat aside, deeply troubled, unsure of how to explain to his master. While he was feeling frustrated, Xiao Zhu came over again. She asked Shifeng why he hadn't left yet, as it was affecting their hunting. Shifeng said he wanted to leave, but he didn't dare to without finding the golden Buddha. After hearing this, Xiao Zhu decided to help him find the golden Buddha. They started searching the house together. In the corner, Shifeng saw many snakes and was so frightened that he fell into the nearby weeds. Among the pile of snakes, he found the golden Buddha, but the snakes surrounded it, and he didn't dare to approach. Seeing this, Xiaozhu used his magic to kill all the snakes, but accidentally shattered the golden Buddha as well. Shifeng was heartbroken, and at this moment, Xiaozhu decided to play a prank on Shifeng. She pretended to be bitten by a venomous snake and asked Shifeng to suck out the poison. Shifeng, believing her, ended up ingesting the snake venom. Xiaozhu then removed the poison from his body by kissing him. The innocent Shifeng, unaware of romantic feelings, was tricked by Xiaozhu. This is how they became friends. Xiaozhu shared her tragic past, and Shifeng felt deep sympathy. They were having a pleasant conversation when Master Baiyun returned. Shifeng quickly told Xiaozhu to leave and confronted Master Baiyun. As soon as Baiyun entered, he sensed a demonic presence and began searching for the— Even so, Baiyun was still worried. She quickly drew talismans on the window with golden ink. Shifeng mistakenly thought that Xiaozhu had left the ancient temple and hurriedly closed the window. As more and more talismans were drawn inside the house, Xiaozhu became increasingly distressed, her face turning pale. She quickly sought help from Shifeng. Seeing this, Shifeng threw the talisman his master had hung on the door out the window, claiming that a demon had entered. Baiyun immediately rushed out of the house in pursuit. Just as Shifeng was about to save the weakened Xiaozhu, the tree demoness barged in and kidnapped Shifeng. Seeing him in danger, Xiaozhu heard Baiyun, hearing the commotion, also rushed back. Mistakenly thinking that Xiaozhu was the culprit, he immobilized her with his staff and then turned to pursue the tree demoness. After a fierce battle, he successfully rescued Shifeng. Baiyun instructed Shifeng to go back and fetch the magical artifact while he continued to fight the tree demoness. When Shifeng returned, he saw Xiaozhu immobilized. He quickly pulled out his staff to save her. Severely injured, Xiaozhu lay motionless on the ground. Feeling compassionate, Shifeng picked her up, intending to take her back to the house. However, halfway there, they encountered the ghost Xiaodai. Xiaodai and Xiaozhu were both close aides of the tree demoness, but they were always rivals. To prevent Xiaodai from discovering Shifeng, Xiaozhu hid him under her skirt. Xiaodai smelled a human scent and approached. Seeing Xiaozhu, the two confronted each other. Xiaozhua's sweet talk deceived her, and she left. Exhausted, Xiaozhu collapsed nearby. Shifeng had been delayed for a long time and was very worried. After bidding farewell to Xiaozhu, he turned and left. Baiyun and the tree demon were locked in a fierce battle. Even after Shifeng brought the staff, they couldn't subdue the demon. Baiyun asked Shifeng to use the golden Buddha against the demon. With no other choice, Shifeng handed the broken three-piece golden Buddha to his master. However, the shattered Buddha had lost most of its power and was almost useless. Baiyun was struck down by the tree demon. Using his last bit of strength, he handed the staff and the golden Buddha to Shifeng, urging him to escape. He was tightly wrapped by vines. Shifeng ran all the way to the town, hoping to find a blacksmith to repair the golden Buddha. However, he was deceived by a villain. Fortunately, at a critical moment, he met Yan Qixia. The blacksmith, realizing he was no match, threw the golden Buddha into the fire. When Shifeng retrieved it, the broken statue had melted into a gold nugget. Shifeng immediately sought Yan Qixia's help, hoping he could save his master. So, the two returned to the ancient temple. At night, Xiaodai tried to seduce Shifeng again, but Shifeng was looking for Xiaozhu, so he quickly sent her away. Moments later, Xiaozhu indeed knocked on the door. She didn't expect Shifeng to come back here, but to avoid suspicion, they pretended to be intimate. They acted for the little butterfly outside the window while discussing how to rescue their master. The little butterfly outside saw that everyone liked Xiaozhu and became furious, wanting to kill Shifeng. A fight broke out between her and Yan Qixia. Moments later, the tree demon also arrived at the ancient temple, causing chaos. Yan Qixia was entangled by numerous branches, and Shifeng was in imminent danger. In the end, Xiaozhu stepped in and saved him. After sending her to a safe place, Xiaozhu immediately rushed home. She wanted her best friend to help cover up her outing, but her grandmother was already hiding in the shadows. When she found out Xiaozhu had betrayed her, she stormed in with others to capture and execute her. At this moment, Yan Qixia and Shifeng burst in and rescued Xiaozhu. The three turned to leave, but the tree demon attacked. In a critical moment, Xiaozhu's sister took a fatal blow for them. After escaping, Xiaozhu tearfully expressed her desire to break free from the tree demon's control. They must take their own ashes out, or their soul will automatically return to the ashes at dawn. Shifeng thought of his master still in the hands of the tree demon, so he and Yan Qixia returned to the tree demon's lair. Under the ancient tree, they found Xiaozhu's ashes and Baiyun, who was entangled by branches. They planned to leave, but were trapped by the tree demon's illusion. The tree demon disguised as Xiaozhu to approach them. Baiyun sensed the demon's presence and attacked, revealing the demon's true form. Yan Qixia and Baiyun joined forces to fight the tree demon, who was gradually defeated. In a desperate move, the demon absorbed Xiaodai's energy, but still couldn't match Yan Qixia and Baiyun. They ultimately burned the demon to death with true fire. But at this moment, the Black Mountain demon arrived. The three immediately began to flee, with Xiaozhu following closely behind. However, they could never escape the clutches of the Black Mountain demon. Helpless, they could only fight while fleeing. Just like that, dawn was about to break. Baiyun had been battling the demon all night and was nearly exhausted. With his last breath, he used golden ink to turn Shifeng into a golden statue. Xiao Zhua took Fong into the sky, where the sunlight shone on him. He instantly transformed into a golden Buddha, successfully subduing the Black Mountain Demon. Finally, everyone narrowly escapes danger, and the film concludes here. Directed by Sui Hark, A Chinese Ghost Story 3, Dao Dao Dao, reaches the pinnacle of supernatural martial arts films. This movie builds on the success of the previous 2 installments, offering even greater entertainment. Among the many ghostly characters played by Joey Wong, Xiao Zhou stands out as the most unique. Her background is similar to Xiao Qian's, both being pitiable female ghosts forced to use their beauty to survive. Though she appears seductive and carefree, she is actually lonely and resigned to her fate. Many people watch this film because of Joey Wong, and it certainly did not disappoint.
係咩？